Bup, 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 bup. That's right. Huge movie fanatic Nate coming at you with a trailer review for the newly released Terminator. I always want to say Genisys because that's what I see when I look at the title. But Terminator Genisys, the next, was it the fifth? Yeah, it's the fifth Terminator film that's going to come out next summer. And the trailer just dropped within this last week, I believe. Of course, just like the last video I uploaded, there was a trailer for the trailer as well, in case you missed it, which was great. But I'm here to just deliver my thoughts about the first trailer for Terminator Genisys. And I'll try to do this as quickly as I can. I guess there's really not a whole lot to say. Here's my thoughts on the trailer, the first trailer for Terminator Genisys. It's kind of like, it's like, whoa, first of all, I don't know what's happening with like visual effects. It's like so much of the visual effects in these movie trailers, this one in particular, just remind me so much of, like, I don't watch, Sci-Fi Channel, I don't watch TV, but I mean, I've got like the Battlestar Galactica, the remake series and stuff. I kind of like that, but I've seen some of, like TV CGI visual effects, and it's just like, God, like some of the visual effect shots in this trailer for Terminator Genisys is just like Sci-Fi Channel crap. And not only that, I don't know, like was Sarah Connor speeding up into the situation with Kyle in the store or whatever in 84 or whenever? Well, yeah, it must be 84. And she's like, come with me if you want to live. I mean, it's almost like it's a Saturday, it doesn't seem like a sequel or a prequel or whatever the hell you want to call it. It almost seemed like just a parody of like she's not Sarah Connor, she's acting like Sarah Connor. It's really weird. I guess it's because it's the first time that anyone, except for the TV show, there was a Sarah Connor Chronicles, of course, but the first time in a movie that anyone else has portrayed the character, maybe that's why. But there's just, I don't know, there's just something about the trailer that just was, it was almost like a trailer joke, somehow they got Arnold Schwarzenegger, together to do this overly, like, it reminded me of, the Star Trek 2009 when they kind of messed with the timeline, but unlike that movie, which really didn't go back to any things from any previous movies and just did its own thing with redoing the timeline, this movie redoes the timeline, but in a very Back to the Future Part 2-ish aspect. Looks like it's going to go back and revisit scenes we've already seen from, at least at this point, from what's shown from the first Terminator movie in a very Back to the Future Part 2-ish fashion. And there's at least, in the trailer, there's at least two instances, of course, the Terminator's arrival at Griffith Observatory and Kyle Reese's arrival in the city in the slums, that they revisit, scenes that they revisit from the first movie. And it's just like when she says, yeah, we took care of him, and they show, late 60s Arnold with the frickin' like a hoodie on and the hood's on, and he pulls it down and he's like, I've been waiting for you, or whatever. And it's just like, then they show the shot of him from the original Terminator standing there. It just plays to me like a messed up, overly ambitious, that somehow got Arnold Schwarzenegger to be in it. Just, how people make their own trailers for movies that are coming out? That's what it reminded me of. It's just like, oh man. It was surprising to see like T-1000, a different version of T-1000 back. And I gotta admit, having seen Terminator 2 in the theater on opening day and other days, after opening day, it was kind of cool. At the first reaction to seeing like a T-1000-ish character back, even so much so he's a cop, just like in T2, but he's not Robert Patrick. At first was kind of like nostalgia, like, ooh, cool, but then it's just like, wait a second. This movie is just like, based on the trailer, just kind of rehashing scenes from the first one and, parts of things from the second one, it looks like at this point, and it's just like, oh, holy Toledo. And, although the whole aspect of, sending Kyle there and having Sarah save him is kind of a cool idea. I guess partly yes and no. It's cool and dumb at the same time. We'll have to see how it pans out. But overall, my general feeling about this first trailer is I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this, based on the trailer, this one, that this, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that based on the trailer, this is probably gonna be the worst Terminator movie. If not, it's gonna be, you know, on par head to head with the last one, you know, Terminator. I can't even remember what that was called. Was it Salvation? It's not going to be any better than Terminator Salvation. It's probably not going to be as good as Terminator 3, which I haven't seen in forever, but I mean, I didn't hate that movie. Me and Matt have reviewed all the Terminator movies, so feel free to check those reviews out, but we did that in the first month of this year, and now in the last month of this year, I'm reviewing, as you know, the trailer for this new Terminator movie, but that's it. You know, mostly, you know, I guess just in my older age, I'm not getting any younger, and, you know, I'll admit that I'm probably just really overly picky and whatever, but you'd think that I'd actually be, I don't know, like the fact that it's kind of got, like, you know, goes back to Terminator, you know, scene, and I kind of do and kind of don't at the same time. Oh, another thing that I don't want to forget is it looks like, is that the guy from Die Hard, you know, Live Free, what was the most recent, oh, Good Day to Die Hard. I think that's a guy like John McClane's son from the Die Hard movie, which is just like, you know, they don't have like in these summer blockbusters anymore. It's like they're putting less and less of actors in them, and they're just putting more and more like just models / bodybuilders, and it's just like, oh, what's the line? And it's just like, God, these people, you know, you can tell he's not going to have any character in the movie. He's just says lines, and it's just like, frick. So that guy's Kyle Reese now. And it's just like, give me a break. So I guess, you know, long story short, not that I really necessarily care too much. There was like, what, 3 shots of Arnold in the movie and 2 shots of him saying a line. And then we got gray hair Arnold, you know, which is kind of bold for him doing that. You know, we never thought I'd see a gray haired Terminator ever saying, I'll be back, and jumps out of the plane like a torpedo or a missile or whatever the hell, and just obliterates a helicopter. So, yeah, you know, I guess that's how I feel about it, you know, and kind of underwhelmed, of course, because in my opinion, the people who are making decisions in Hollywood now, for the most part, are just clueless. I mean, that's what this trailer is, just like clueless, you know, not the movie, not like the movie Clueless, but just, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So thank you very much for watching my trailer review for the very first trailer of Terminator Genisys or Genisys. And as always, I'll catch you on the next video.